We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello students. In last lecture we have seen the equation based on the field coil. It will helpful to solve the numerical example. Here the figure of the field coil is shown in the on the screen. So in that you can see the various parameter LMT, DF and HF. So how the area of this field coil and the length and the depth is calculated in the examples. So you can take the help of this figure. Now I have taken one example which is the example number 9.17 of AK Savni book. So we are just solving these examples and we narrate the data which is given in the example. Okay, I have scanned the 2 pages of that example. First one includes the data and second page is nothing but the solution of that. But in the solutions lots of things are taken directly, so we will go step by step. Okay, so for that just continue with the example. So first example 9.17, what it shows, just I want to read it out. The following particulars refer to shunt field coil for a 440 volt 6 pole DC generator. Here we have given 6 pole DC generator and we need to decide the data for shunt field coil. In that mmf per pole is given. So mmf per pole is nothing but the ATF mmf required for field winding. We have already seen. Okay. So the depth of the winding, it is nothing but the DF, the length of inner turn Li. Okay, so and again the length of the outer turn. So Li and Lo is given. Loss radiated from the outer surface excluding ends is given by 1400 watt per meter square. Space factor SF is given. Resistivity rho is given. So now by going further, we need to calculate the diameter of the wire, the length of the coil, the number of turns and exciting current. So basically we need to calculate these 4 things, and here one assumption is there. Assume a voltage drop of 20% of terminal voltage across the field regulator. See here the field regulator means generally the rheostat is connected in series with the shunt field winding. So this shunt field winding current can be vary, can current of this shunt field winding can vary with the help of field regulator. So the total voltage is suppose 100%. Here we have given the voltage is 440 volt, 440 volt. So out of that 440 volt, the 20% of voltage will appear across the field regulator. So remaining voltage is 80%. So 80% will appear across the shunt field winding. So how we can calculate that, we will see in next session. So we can skip this and going directly to the solution. First of all, narrate this whole data on one page so that we can easily identify which data are missing and which we can find out first according to the given data. So just look at the solution. So here for a DC generator there is a shunt field coil we need to design. Voltage is given 440 volt. Number of pole is 6. mmf per pole. ATF is given 7000 ampere. Depth of winding 50 mm. Length of inner turn Li is given 1.1. Length of outer turn alloy is given 1.4 meter. Space factor is 0.62. Resistivity 0.02. Loss radiated from outer surface excluding ends, which is given by QF 1400 watt per meter square. And here the assumption is that voltage drop of 20% of terminal voltage across the field regulator. And what we need to find: diameter of wire D, length of the coil LMT, that means length of mean turn of the coil, which we have derived the two equations, number of turns, and last one is the exciting current. So step by step we will calculate each and everything. First, diameter of wire. So we don't have given the diameter, so what we can say, from the area we can find the diameter. So what will be the area of the coil? It is nothing but the circular area, so the equation of this is pi by 4 d square. So after finding the area AF, we can easily get the value of D. Okay, so we can get that from that equation. And again, the length of mean turn of the coil, we have the two equation. Length of mean turn, one is LMT is equal to 2 LPBP plus 2 DF. One is this, but here what we can use, we can use this formula because we have given LO and LI. So continue with this example. So first of all, we can easily find the length of mean turn of the coil, which is 1.25. How we can get this? 1.1 plus 1.4, so it will be 2.5 divided by 2, so it will be 1.25 meter. Now the diameter is given by area is equal to AF is equal to pi by 4 d square. So as per this, make the subject D, so we can get the diameter. Now what will be the equation of AF? What will be the equation of AF? Just go through the previous portion. The equation of AF is written by this: AF equal to this TF rho LMT RT. So according to this, which equation we can use? See, ATF rho LMT EF. This equation we can use. So finally we can get the area AF. Here, why we have chosen this equation? AF is equal to ATF. See, this is the nothing but our final equation. Here A into ATF, that means MMF required for field, that is given 7000. Rho is also given. LMT we have already calculated. Only the remaining thing is EF. So how to find EF? Let us now find the EF. What is EF? EF is voltage across each field coil. Okay, voltage across each field coil. So what we have given? We have given that voltage 440 volt. You can consider it as a terminal voltage because no other voltage is given to us. So 440 volt is our terminal volt. And what is the condition for that? Assume voltage drop of 20% of terminal voltage across the field regulator. So you can consider like this. Suppose there is a series field coil like this, and again your circuit will be like this. Your circuit will be like this. Okay, so this will be your voltage. So now this portion is our coil and this portion is variable rheostat. It indicates the field regulator. So what we have given, the voltage drop of 20% occur across the field regulator. So out of 100 means total is VT is 440 volt according to among them 100, consider 100% as a 440 volt, and what will be the 20% of it? It is 88 volt. So what we need to do, we need to subtract this 88 volt from 440 volt. So remaining, we can say 80% of 440 volt, so it will be 352 volt. You can count directly also. If you directly know that it will be 80%, then you can directly find out 0.8 into 450, so it will be 352 volt. So your voltage across the shunt field coil will be 352 volt. Now this 352 volt is the voltage across the total shunt field coil, but what is the EF? EF is the voltage across the each field coil. Okay, so there is a difference between this 352 volt. It is not EF. We cannot take it as a EF. So how to find EF now? Suppose field coils normally wound on each pole. We have total 6 poles. Okay, so consider like we have 6 number of poles. This is one pole. Similarly, total we have 6 poles, and coils are wound like this. So based on this, the coils are also divided across the each pole. So voltage across the each field coil EF will be 352 divided by 6, because field coils are wound on each pole, and how many poles? 6 poles. Okay, so total 6 poles, and 6 windings. Suppose 6 poles are divided through divided by this voltage, so we can get the each field voltage. So EF will be 58.7 volt. So we can found AF, and according to that we can found this diameter through this equation. Okay, so we will get the equation this and area like this. We already know the length of mean turn, LO plus LI by 2. So further, what is remaining now? The number of turns. We have the equation number of turns, space factor into height of the field coil into depth of the field coil divided by area of the field coil. Here we have given the value of SF, DF and AF. AF we already found 2.98, DF is 0.05 and SF is 0.62. We can see the SF and DS from the previous slide. Here this is SF and DF. Okay, DF is in mm, so we need to consider this mm because there is a variation in the unit, so we need to consider only one. So let us see. So here, so SF, HF, DF 2.98. so here we are multiplying with into 10 raised to 6 because area is we have given in 10 raised to minus mm square, 2.98 mm square. So if we convert into meter, so 10 raised to minus 3 and 10 raised to minus 3 square into 2, so it will be 10 raised to minus 6, and it will go into the numerator, so it will be 10 raised to 6. You can easily get this with the help of your calculator. Just verify it. So your final answer of TF will be 1.04 into 10 raised to 4 into HF. Here there is one problem. We have the variable HF. We don't have the exact value of the TF, but we have one unknown HF. So we need to find the further relations which also include HF, so that we can compare it and find the value of the TF. So for that, what we have given in the example, see here we have given the loss radiated from the outer surface. QF is equal to 1400 watt per meter square. It indicates the excluding ends. That means the loss radiated from the surface, but it is not covering the excluding areas. So excluding area, so we need to consider the length of outer turn. So how we are considering this length of outer turn? Let's see. See here, the area of outer surface excluding ends, it is nothing but given by L0 into HF. This relation can be easily seen from the first figure, which is like this. You can see here is the total LMT, but from this we can consider the outer periphery L0, okay, L0 and HF. So we can get the total area, okay. So here what we can do, consider the area of outer surface excluding ends L0 into HF. So L0 is nothing but 1.4 and HF is same, put HF as it is because we don't know its value. So now the new permissible QF will be 1400 into 1.4 HF, because the QF given is the loss dissipated through the surface, but here we need to exclude the outer surface. So we are reducing the surface area, okay. Consider the heat loss. If the space provided for heat loss is more, it will be less, but here we are excluding the outer areas, excluding ends. That means we are not considering it, so the surface area will decrease, so the loss will be more. So how much amount it will more? It will 1.4 into HF times into 1400. So our new value of QF will be 1960 into HF. Now we need to compare through this TF. So what we can do, we need to remind the equation which we can relate. Sometimes one equation is I square into R, but we don't know the value of RF, so we can compare it like MMF, or we can say it, consider this loss as a power, or so equation of power we can use it, okay. So equation of power we can use. So how this will be useful? It will be useful for QF is equal to IF into EF. QF is equal to IF into EF. So what will be the value of IF? IF will be QF upon EF, okay. Be IF upon IF equal to QF upon EF. Now we know the value of EF. Now we know the value of QF. What will be the new QF? 1960 into HF. So what will be our IF? 33.4 into HF. Now still the data is not sufficient to calculate the value of TF. So what we can do, we know the value of MMF, which is 7000, which is nothing but again IF into TF, which we previously know the equation, okay. So we compare this IF into TF equal to 7000, okay. Compare this 7000 to 33.4. so compare these two equations, so here we get this. So we know the value of TF equal to 7000 divided by 33.4 into HF. So final we get the ratio of TF and HF. The TF will be 210 by HF and HF will be 210 by TF. Now here we have given the equation number 1. See what is happening here, we are comparing the equations to get the final value of TF, Why we are doing this? See, in first number of TF, we know this equation, we put all these values, and we came to the equation number 1. Okay, now we don't know the value of HF, so we need to generate such a relation that the will uh, same equation will be needed for the comparison. So we developed the relation and came to this relation so that we can compare it with equation number 1. So now we are comparing the equation 1 with equation 2. So we will get TF equal to 1.04 HF into 10 raised to 4, which is nothing but the equation 1, So put this value of HF, so we will get the value of TF. So what will be TF? It is approximately 1477. Okay, now what you can know that you know the value of TF, so you also know the value of HF. So in this way you can able to find out the TF and HF. So the height of the field coil and turns of the field coil. Now the last one remaining is exciting current. Now what is the equation for exciting current? IF is equal to EF upon RF. From Ohm's law we can easily write this equation. So we don't know the value of RF, but we know the value of area. So as per the equation, R is equal to rho L by A. Here we are including TF because turns of each winding are need to be calculated. Not only one turn considered in across the pole, there are lots of number of turns, so we need to insert this TF. So RF equal to rho LMT by AF into TF. Now AF is already known to us, 2.98 over here. So this AF will put over here. So we will get this RF 12.39 ohms. So we will get the field current IF. In this way we can solve this equation. So we just summarize this equation here. In this book directly they have written the area of the field conductor, but you need to keep in mind that you don't need to remember the steps, just write down the equation based on the data need to be find out from the examples. So first what we have done, for diameter we need to find the area. Okay, so first we are calculating area here. So for area the unknown quantity is EF. So EF, how can we find EF? We have total value given volt, 440 volt, and the condition assumption is given 20% of drop is occur across the field regulator. Field regulator is in series with the shunt field coil. So across the 80% of voltage remaining will appear across the shunt field coil. So total 352 volt across the total shunt field coil, and each shunt field coil, it is divided by number of poles because shunt field winding are divided on number of poles, so it will be divided by 6. So in this way we know the area, and then after the diameter we will easily get. Now length of main turn, we can easily know the equation LO plus LI by 2. Now the main important thing is number of turns, TF. So how will we use the TF? So TF, we know the equation SF HF DF upon AF. So based on this we came towards this equation number 1. It contains the unknown HF. Now we don't know how to calculate the TF, so we need to develop the relation. Based on the further we can get one equation in terms of HF. We get the equation of TF based on HF. So for that we know the loss given is 1400, which is excluding the surface area. So we can say that QF is more for excluding surface because surface is small, so area, so loss will be more. So we can find the relation for that. So we can see the new loss, permissible loss. So the new value of QF is 19 60. Now this loss is taken as a power, and we are going to find the relation based on this if, and we again get the value of if. Now we also know this value of mmf, so we are using that mmf to find out the relation based on this. So we again get the unknown value, so we will uh, compare this atf is equal to 7000 is equal to qf if into ef 33.4 into hf. So 33.4 into put this value, so we will get the value of tf. Compare this equation, so we will get the value of tf in terms of hf. Now put one value into the another, so we will solve this equation 1 and 2, and we will know the value of tf and hf. So now final step is find out the value of exciting current if. As per the Ohm's law, if is ef by rf. So now the value of resistance is nothing but rho l by a into tf, because turns are involved in this coil. Okay, now we know the value of this area af. So we came to know this 12.39, and finally we will know the final excitation current. It is nothing but the field current. So in this way we can solve the example based on the field systems. So you need to practice it more and more, so you came to know how to evaluate each and everything step by step. So I request you all to just please write it down one or two times until you you know you will do by your own or not. Okay, so I wish you to write this example one or two times. Okay, so thank you very much for listening this. Hope you will understand this.